finding our chair, finding our props, whatever we are using. If you've got there's people walking back and forth next to me here, like next door, they're doing some cleaning right there, so I'm trying to focus. So grabbing whatever you need for the practice today. So we've got our chair. If you need a strap, we've got our blocks. If you need a pillow, we've got our eye pillow. Finding ourselves in our chair, in our seat, and sitting ourselves up nice and tall. So sitting ourselves in the center of the chair, nice and tall, lengthening up through that spine. Let's go ahead and begin by doing some shoulder rolls. So let's go ahead and roll our shoulders back. So rolling that out. And you can make those shoulder rolls as big as feels good for you. You can involve all of the arms, or they can be very small. So your practice listening to your body. All right, let's roll the other way. So if you were rolling back, go ahead and start to roll that forward. Good, let's roll it back again. So rolling that back. Nice, and then rolling that forward. And again to the back and forward. Good, relaxing our arms to our sides. Let's go ahead and shrug that up. Give that a nice big shrug. And then release that down. And then one more time, big shrug up. And release that down. We've got those feet nice and planted into the floor or into the mat, whatever is below you. Let's add in our sun breath here. So let's inhale and sweep this up. Big sun breath. Oh, get all of that wonderful oxygen into those lungs, into that brain, into that bloodstream. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Let's do that again. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. And exhale this out. Good. Let's take those arms and let's either hold onto the back of this chair or the seat of the chair or clasp your hands behind you. So we're opening up our shoulders and opening up that chest. So whatever feels best for you. Or again, if you want to use props, you can use your strap to hold on here. If you've got tight shoulders, tight chest. You're holding onto the seat of the chair or the back of the sides of the chair, or you're clasping your hands behind you. We've got that chest nice and open. Let's drop our chin to chest. Oh, that's good for the neck. And then let's lift those eyes to the sky. Drop our chin back to chest. And then lift our eyes to sky. And let's bring that head to neutral. Let's look to the right. So this is our first rotational stuff for the neck. So if you're like, why is it so tight? It's because this is the first one. So it might be very tight. Let's look to the left. So looking the other way. Good. And bring that back to center. Let's release those arms. Shake that out. Wonderful. Good. Roll our shoulders back and roll that forward. Relax those arms. They can be relaxed on your thighs or by your side. Let's drop our chin to chest again. I kind of like to have my arms dangling here so that they can be super heavy so that it can help keep my neck long here. Oh, yeah. So dropping that chin back to chest. And then let's take our eyes to sky. Chin back to chest. And our eyes to sky. Head to neutral. Let's look to the left and look to the right. Good, back to center. Deep sun breath here. So big inhale, sweep this up. And exhale it out. Good, inhale and sweep. And exhale out. Inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's take those arms behind us again. So wherever you want to take that, either holding onto the chair, seat of the chair, or clasping behind you, or holding onto that strap. Open that chest. Maybe because our shoulders and chest are a little bit warmer now, maybe you can open that a little bit more or not. Again, listening to your body. Let's look to the left. Head to center. Look to the right. Head back to center. Drop our chin to chest. And then eyes to sky. And head back to center. Let's bend in our elbows. Hands over to our right waist, squeeze that right, take that right elbow back towards your spine. So you've got right elbow going towards the spine. Now let's drop our right ear towards the right shoulder. Yeah, that's a lot of stretch on that left side, the left side of the neck and the left shoulder. Head to center, drop, now left ear to left shoulder. Ooh. Just the little variations of the arms, of the chest, of the neck makes a whole lot of difference. Let's bring that back to center. Take our hands over to the other side of waist, so left waist. Elbow goes back towards spine. Drop our left ear to left shoulder. Boy. Good, bring that to center. Drop our right ear to right shoulder. Such a good stretch for the neck, for the shoulders, for the head. Feel that at the base of the skull. Bring that back to center. Good, release those arms. Shake that out. Big inhale up. And exhale. Inhale it up. Let's clasp our hands at the top. Press our palms towards the ceiling. Open up that rib cage. So let's open up that torso, open up that rib cage, and we'll get that big sigh breath here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. And one more time. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. Great, good. Let's unclasp those hands. Keep our hands up. Walk our legs over to the right. Take our hands to the top of the back of the seat of the chair. And let's do that spinal twist here. Using those arms as leverage to twist as deeply into this seated spinal twist as feels good for you. Maybe you're going comfortably uncomfortable here. I'm kind of leaning into it today. Oh, that's good. Very good. So listening to your body, going where your body's going to go. Try not to over twist though. You don't want to stretch it too much, but you want to go right to that spot where it's like, yeah, that feels good. Let's add in a deep breath. Inhale it deeply. And exhale that out. Excellent. Let's reach those arms back up center. Walk our legs back to center. And now let's take it to the other side. So let's walk our legs over to the left. Take our hands to the back of the seat of the chair. And twist that. Feel it on this side. And maybe you feel it the same on both sides. Maybe one side you're feeling it more than the other. It's definitely me today on this side. Wow. Good. Do that nice twisting. Use those arms as your leverage. And let's add in that breath. Inhale it deeply. And big exhale it out. Good. Let's go ahead and reach this up. Walk our legs back to center. Very nice. Lengthening back up through this. Inhale it deep. And then let's go ahead and release our arms to our side. Roll our shoulders back. Roll those shoulders forward. Let's lift those arms back up. Take our arms out in front of us and let's rotate our wrists. And then rotate the other way. And we'll do a little bit of seated cat and cow. So let's open this up, seeing our arms in our peripheral vision. So out of the sides of our eyes, palms up. Let's take those wrists in and then that exaggerated bicep curl. And let's do a few seated cat and cow. So let's open this up. Inhale, arching that back. And then let's go to round this. Exhale. Inhale and open. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. And exhale and round. Good. Bring that back. Nice. Back to neutral. Let's open this up. Palms down. Good. roll those shoulders out. All right, seated sun salutations. So let's get our blocks where we want them, if you're using blocks. And let's go into those seated sun salutations. And if you need a pillow or a blanket between your belly and chest, go ahead and grab that too. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Oh, love this seated forward fold. Hands are on the blocks, on the floor, or on your shins, or even on your ankles. And let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen through those arms and lengthen through that spine. So hands are pressed into blocks or pressed into your shins or on the floor if your arms are that long. We're lengthening through our arms, we're lengthening through our spine. I love this one, tailbone pointed down towards the seat of the chair, crown of the head, lengthened up towards the ceiling. Good, back into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up big. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here. Let's press our right hand into that right block. And let's do that spinal twist. Open to the left. Now, it's our first spinal twist like this with that arm lifting. So maybe your arm isn't coming. Maybe you don't have that full mobility yet. Maybe it's not going where it normally does. That's okay. We're going to do this 3 times on each side today. So don't worry. If your shoulders kind of stiff so far, or your chest or your back, we have got plenty of time to warm that up. So we've got this nice and open, and we're adding in that breath. Big, deep inhale. And exhale it out. One more time. Big, deep inhale. And exhale it out. Actually, let's go 3 breaths here. We're going to do one more breath. Big, deep inhale. And exhale it out. Release this down and relax. Good. And let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen right here. So lengthening into that, kind of, it's a half tabletop. And then exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's go to the other side now. So let's go ahead and take that left hand, press it into that left block, and let's open that right arm. And we're going to go 3 breaths on this side. So I'm into numbers today. We're going to go 3 breaths for this 3rd time, and then we'll go 2 breaths, and then we'll go 1 breath when we count down. We've got this nice and open, shoulders open. Inhale it deeply here. And exhale it out. 2 more breaths. Big, deep inhale. And exhale it out. And maybe you're like me, one side is much tighter than the other. And one more time, inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Maybe it doesn't look tighter, but it for sure feels tighter. Let's go ahead and release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Right hand is going to stay on that right block. Let's go ahead and spinal twist this open. And we've got 2 breaths here. So let's go ahead and inhale it deep. And exhale it out. One more time, big deep inhale. As we exhale, let's release that and relax. Very nice. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Let's take that left hand, press that into the block. Open up right side. 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale it out. And big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good. And then release that. Release that down. Very nice. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Good. Last time for this right side, right hand on the right block. Let's lift that left arm open and 1 breath here. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good, release that, relax. Inhale, sweep our arms up big. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Press our left hand into block, right arm opens. One breath here. Inhale it deep. And exhale that out. Oh, that feels good. Release that right there. Very nice. Inhale, sweep this up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's go ahead and keep this here. Sit ourselves up a little bit taller. We're going to do another seated spinal twist, but we're going to hinge right there at those hips. So let's inhale. As we exhale, let's hinge this forward. Seated spinal twist. That right tricep, right elbow to that left thigh. Or that's the goal. If your body's not letting you go there, that's okay. But just mentally, that's the goal, trying to get our tricep or our elbow to our left thigh. We've got this nice deeper spinal twist here, and breathe. It's a good thing to remember with most of the poses that we do in our yoga practice, mentally having that goal. Sometimes our bodies don't want to cooperate or go there, but if we mentally can visualize and see where we want to go, sometimes it can get very close, and then you eventually get there. Let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, our hands to heart. Good. Sit ourselves up tall. We're going to do that spinal twist going the other way. Let's breathe it here. Inhale. And exhale, hinge and twist. So twisting that there. Very good. And breathe. Ooh, nice breath. Nice big deep breath here. And bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep this. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale and sweep. And release our arms to our sides. Very nice. All right, so leg time. So let's get our legs and our core involved. So our abdominals back. We want to take ourselves away from the back of the chair. Hopefully you were already away from the back of the chair, but now we really want to. If you've got injury or you're coming off of an illness or anything like that and you need the support, then feel free. Remember, your practice, listen to your body. Let's go ahead and take those legs up and we'll find our staff pose. You're in double leg staff pose or you're in single leg. So again, depending on where your body is at today, we're lengthening up here. 3 breaths. Inhale it deeply. Exhale it out. Inhale it deep. Exhale it out. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Good. Let's release those arms. You can be holding onto the chair or hands to thighs. Hamstring curl, leg extension. We're going to go for 8. So let's curl this in and extend. There's 8. Curl this in and extend. There's 7. Curl this in and extend. There's 6. Curl this in and extend. There's 5. Curl this in and extend. There's 4. Curl this in and extend. There's 3. Curl this in and extend. There's 2. Curl this in. And let's hold this extension. Go ahead and point those toes. Flex the feet. Point the 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 toes and flex the feet. Very nice. Let's go ahead and release that. Shake that out. Scoot ourselves back and bring that leg in. So our right leg, we're bringing our right leg in, giving our right leg a nice big hug. Very good. Let's wrap our left arm around our right leg and let's go ahead and twist it to the right. That feels good for that outer hip. But just that first little outer hip stretch right here, or hip stretch, bring that hip in, leg in. And then let's go ahead and wrap that right arm around that right leg and twist it to the other side. Good, bring this back to center. Let's take our ankle or our foot to our thigh. So right ankle, right foot to that left thigh. Sit ourselves up tall. Let's go ahead and find that hinge here. So waking up that hip flexor, beginning to add in, we'll add in that breath and that movement in a moment. But just finding that spot where you're able to hinge forward today before your shoulders start to round, before you come out of that good, proper posture where we're focusing more on that hip rather than on the shoulders or the back. So we want to keep that open. Good, so we've found that hinge spot. Now let's go ahead and sit ourselves up tall against the back of the chair. Let's inhale it deeply. As we exhale, let's hinge this forward. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall. You can see my eyes, they just got huge because the leaf blower man from next door just came right into my driveway. I'm sure you hear it. Let's inhale it here. Exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. They're never here on Tuesdays or Thursdays, so I'm like, what's going on? Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Oh yeah, very good. And then, very nice. Let's go ahead and release this into shoelace, half shoelace. So let's take our foot to the corner of the chair. Right foot's going to the left corner of the chair. We've got this nice half shoelace here going on. Let's wrap that left arm back around. Woo! And immediately, once you wrap and bind this, hold this right there into that IT band, into that glute, into that outer hip. Maybe you're getting inner thigh too, inner hip area, back. There's a lot of places that you can feel it. Arm, maybe because your arm is holding that leg. So lots of places that we can feel this one today. Mine is for sure in my hip joint. It's not even my hip flexor. It's my joint today. Interesting. Let's breathe this here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's twist it other way. So just twisting gently to the left. A nice breath here. Inhale. And an exhale. Good, back to center. Give that a hug. Very good. Shake that out. All right, let's scoot ourselves away from the back of the chair, back into our staff pose. We've got staff pose again. 3 breaths again. Lift up and lengthen. We've got this here, and let's breathe. Inhale it deeply, and exhale it out. And big deep inhale, and exhale it out. And big deep inhale, and exhale it out. Wonderful. Take your arms where you want them. And let's hamstring curl, leg extension 8 times on this side. So let's curl this in and extend, keeping our feet super flexed. Curl this in and extend. There's 7. Curl this in and extend. There's 6. Curl this in and extend. There's 5. Curl this in and extend. There's 4. Curl this in and extend. There's 3. Curl this in and extend. There's 2. Curl this in. And let's hold this extension. Go ahead and point those toes, flex those feet. 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 Point those toes and flex those feet. Very good. And we can release that, shake that out. Let's give this left leg a nice big hug. Hug that in. Oh yeah, it feels really good. Especially after that, holding our legs out, bringing that in. Let's wrap this right arm around and twist. And breathe. And then twist it the other way. Good. And bring that back to center. Very nice. All right, so our piriformis or our hip flexor stretch. We've got that left ankle to our right thigh or left foot to that right thigh, and go ahead and find where you're going to be able to hinge today. Maybe it's different than the other side. Maybe you can go a little further, maybe not. Maybe it's less than the other side. Again, listening to your body. Every body is different and every day is different. So this is your practice, listening to your body where you can go today. Maybe last week you were able to fold yourself in half, and today you're like, I can't even. It's okay. Every day is different. There are so many factors that go into our bodies and the changes that happen all of the time. So flow with it, ride the wave. Good. All right, let's add in that breath. Let's inhale it deeply here and exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. And I think we did a few extra on the other side because I was talking about the leaf blower man. So let's inhale it up tall. We'll do a few extra on this side too. And exhale, hinge. Good. Let's go 2 more. Inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. Ooh. Oh, wow. Very nice. And let's bring this back to center. Let's go into half shoelace here. So let's take that left heel to the right corner of the chair. Let's wrap that arm around. We've got that nice hip and glute stretch. So maybe IT band, maybe you're getting hip joint, hip flexor, maybe you're getting glute, outer thigh, maybe again, somewhere else. Maybe it's your back, maybe it's your arm, maybe it's rib cage, maybe it's your neck, all over the place. Feeling it in multiple places. Add in that breath, inhale it deep, and exhale it out. Good, and bring this back to center. Give that a big hug. Very nice, shake that out. Let's scoot ourselves over to the left side of our chair, and let's go ahead and go into our supported crescent pose. So let's keep our right leg nice and bent in front of us. Let's take our left leg behind us. So we want that left leg nice and long behind us, our heel lifted, and that chair is supporting us in the supported crescent pose. Let's reach up through those arms. Maybe in the supported crescent, you can work on a little slight back bend here. Maybe. If not, if you're like, nope, back's not going to go there, that is okay. But if you ever do want to kind of work on your standing back bend like this is a perfect way to do it because you have the support of the chair to help you here, to give you that, oh yeah, I can get a little bit more in my back. So if you're ever like, I want to work on my back today, this is a great way to do it, to use that chair for support. Let's take that right hand, place it on the right side of the chair, reach this over, and we've got this front lateral stretch. So we've got this front chest, abdominal, groin, and hip flexor right there into that thigh, back into that calf. This wonderful stretch for the left side of the body. Then let's go and take hands to hips and kind of windmill that or twist that, or that front hand can be on the thigh. Twisting that, and you can be looking to the side. You can be looking to the back. You can be looking back at your heel. Whatever feels best for your neck and your spine right here. This is such a good twisting motion here as well. And again, using those hands, just like we use them as leverage on the seat of the chair, you can use those hands as leverage on your hips to push yourself and twist yourself deeper into this. So you can do that as well. Bring ourselves, back to center. Very nice. Let's go ahead and take that right leg up onto the seat of the chair. Take our left leg off to the side. And toe can be pointed out. It can be to the front or it can be pointed in, just depending on what you're working on for your ankle, flexibility or mobility. So yeah, again, whatever you're working on, we're lengthening up through our arms, through that torso, got nice long left leg. Let's take that right hand back down to the right side of the chair and let's reach this over. And now this is more of that side lateral stretch. Ooh, I'm feeling this in my back today. This is good. All right, so we're lengthening from our fingers all the way down to the very end, either the heel or the toe, whichever is the furthest away from you. It's just that wonderful, nice long line. Oh, reaching through that. Maybe you're adding an inch here, an inch to your height, to the lengthening of your body. Good. And let's windmill this arm to the thigh, reach this other arm. That's very good too. I'm so thankful for the chair practice because we get to focus so much on the torso twisting and the back stretching and like, oh, so good, so good. Very nice, release that. Let's turn this into a supported pigeon. So we've got that back leg, just like we had it with the crescent, nice and long, heel is lifted, front leg is supported with the chair. Let's reach this up again. And again, this is also a good way to practice that little tiny back bend as well. It's not as supported as the crescent. The crescent is a really good one if you ever want to just work on those back bends, but this supported pigeon can also get you there too. All right, let's take this into a forward fold. So either on those hands, on those elbows, or folded forward. You can use block for support if you're folded all the way forward, or you can have hands on the floor. Or if you've got a really sturdy chair, you can have hands on your chair. Just depends on what kind of chair bottom you have. We've got this nice forward fold here. Trying not to let that back leg, that leg that is long and straight, trying not to let it fall asleep or like not to let it go. You don't want it just to be hanging out there. Keep it active. Keep that heel lifted. Keep that leg nice and long. Good. Lift ourselves back up. Reach back up through this. Nice and lengthen. And then release that. Good. Let's bring ourselves into our warriors. We'll find ourselves in our warrior two legs, our proud warrior legs. Front knee is bent off to the side. Back leg is straight off to the back. So you've got this nice warrior two. Maybe your hip cramps a little bit. Maybe it's a little uncomfortable. Kind of work into that. Breathe into that. And let's find our proud warrior. Warrior two. Proud warrior. Breathe. So strong legs, strong torso, strong arms. Strong chest, strong neck, relaxed face. Let's do reverse warrior. Drop that back arm, take our palm up, reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. Lengthening up through this and breathe. And then from this peaceful warrior or reverse warrior, let's take it into our side angle pose. Remembering that inside angle, we're not leaning here. We're not putting all of our weight, just barely. Our legs are doing a lot of the work here. Legs are doing a lot. So we've got that nice lengthened arm. That other arm, you should be able to lift it. Legs and core doing a lot of work here. Maybe your hip, mine is on fire. Maybe yours is too. Maybe not. Maybe your glutes. Maybe that other leg. Maybe your core. So listening to that body, recognizing where you're feeling everything out. Let's bring this back up. Proud warrior. Back into that warrior two. And then release that down. Very good. Let's switch ourselves over to the other side. Let's take it into supported crescent on the other side. So left leg, front knee is bent, right leg, nice and straight back behind us. got this wonderful support right here. And let's reach up through this. And maybe again, working on a little bit of a back bend. Wow. It's amazing how sometimes the different sides of the body, it's such a different story. Or again, maybe it's the same, both sides of your body are equal today. And that's a celebration in itself too. So that's very good. Let's drop that left hand down and reach this over. We've got that wonderful stretch all the way down through this. And breathe. Because that's our ultimate goal, is to have both sides of our body the same strength, the same balance. That is our goal. That is what we're working towards. I don't know if that's ever happened. I'm sure there's days. Let's go ahead and take this and twist that right there. But for me, more often than not, it's usually, I'm always working on it. And that's life. That's part of the life. That's part of our life. It's part of growing, finding the imbalance to bring the balance. That's what we're doing. Finding the instability. There was a trainer that said it was really good the other day. He was like, making ourselves unstable so that we become stable. It's like, whoa. Now, I don't know for mental health stuff, that's okay. But for the body, yes. Going into instability to build stability. I don't know if I could say that in the mental health field though. Let's make you unstable. No. All right, bring this back to center. Let's go ahead and bring that leg up. So we've got our right leg or left leg up onto the side of the chair. Side, right leg is off to the side. And let's lengthen here. Reach up through that. A lot of times things translate over, but that was one of the ones where I was like, I can't use that in a counseling practice. Let's make you unstable. No. Reach up through that and breathe. Very good. Let's drop that left hand down and let's reach this over again. Oh, that feels good. Fingers all the way down to either the heel or the toes. Remembering that however you were doing your ankle on the other side, try and do it the same on this side. So I have mine slightly just neutral. Doing the same thing. And breathe. And let's windmill this and reach this over. Good, bring this back to center. Go ahead and turn this. We'll turn this into our pigeon, our supported pigeon. Reach up through this. Oh, good. And breathe. And then let's take this into a forward fold. So whatever that looks like for you, whatever it looked like for you on the other side. So again, try and do the same thing on both sides of the body. Super duper important. How we prevent injury, making ourselves unstable to make ourselves stable. And breathe. And keep that, I'm telling you this because my leg just totally was like lazy. Keeping our leg nice and alive, awake. Keep that back heel lifted and flex. Good, and then let's go and bring ourselves back up, reach ourselves back up, lengthen up through those arms. Very nice, and then release that. Let's take legs off to the side, or leg off to the side. Find our warrior two on this side. So left leg is nice and bent, right leg is nice and long, reaching up through those arms, very strong legs, strong core, strong glutes, strong torso, strong abs, strong chest, strong arms, strong neck, face, relax. Very good, warrior two here. Breathe it and let that out. Let's go into that reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. Back arm, palm up and reach. Peaceful warrior and breathe. And then let's take this into side angle pose. Reach that over. Remember, try not to put all your weight there. Really strong legs here, strong core. I'm closing my eyes so I can be like, yes, strong core, focus, focus. If you need to close your eyes, then you can do that too. Listen, again, listen to your body. Do what works for you, what helps you with your practice. Good, and then let's go and bring ourselves back into that proud warrior. Nice, and then release that. Take our legs wide, take our blocks inside of our feet. Let's go ahead and take that right hand to that right block. Let's open this up. Ooh, seated spinal twist, nice wide spinal twist. Ooh, I think I have a little bit extra mobility in that shoulder because we did that, the opening like 3 times. That helped a lot, a little. Very nice. Good, let's sweep this up, inhale, and then let's go ahead and drop that left hand down to the left block and open this up here. And I'm reminding you, because I'm reminding myself as well, try and keep both of your glutes down here. Because I was like, my right glute wanted to lift up when I did that twist open. So try and keep that nice and centered. And breathe. And then let's go ahead and release that. Good, let's bring those legs together. Take those blocks where you want them. We're gonna begin to bring our glutes up off of the chair into a standing forward fold. You've got blocks where you want them. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over, seated forward fold, hands on blocks, feet planting on the floor. And let's take our glutes up off the chair. Take those glutes up, and we've got this nice standing forward fold right here. So wonderful standing forward fold. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Take a seat back in the chair. Inhale and sweep those arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Good, lift our glutes up off of the chair. Inhale, flat back, look forward, so tabletop. Exhale, release, take a seat back in that chair. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off of the chair. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Take our glutes back onto the chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off of the chair, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Let's stay in the standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Now sweep our arms up. Inhale and sweep this up. Nice and tall mountain. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus our arms back. Shoulder blades, imagine that we can touch them together. Good, inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. And then let's release our arms to our sides. Very nice. Good. All right, taking our chair. We've got the seat of our chair in front of us. Let's go ahead and take our right leg up onto the seat of the chair. You can have a block with you and place the block on either side if you want more support or more height for when we get into, we're going to do a hip flexor stretch. So when we get down in here, if you want to have a block here for height, you can use that, or just using the back of your chair. We've got our right leg up on the seat of the chair. We've got our left leg beside us and down, our heel to the floor so that we get that calf while we're getting this other side of the body, while we're getting this hip flexor. Let's go ahead and lean, lean into this. Goodness gracious, hips today. All right, so leaning into this, and if you can, taking that shoulder to the inside. So taking that right shoulder to the inside of that right leg. Maybe that shoulder can go right into that knee joint right there. This is a tough one. And again, if you want to use that block to help you with that height, that can be very helpful. If you got tight hip flexors, oh, I think my hip flexors, they're crying right now. They're screaming, they're crying. So good, breathe it. We've got that back heel pressed into the floor. So we're working that calf on that side. Very nice. Let's bring this up and shift our weight back, heel into the seat of that chair, and stretching through that, the hamstring, the calf, back of the leg, inner thigh, a little bit right here. Good. And we've got the hand on the thigh, not on the knee joint. Let's do this one more time. So hinge into this, trying to take the inside of that, or that, the outside of the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. And shift that weight back again. One more time for that hamstring. Very good. And bring this up. Good. Let's walk our left leg forward a little bit. Walk it forward to that chair. Take both of our hands onto the seat of the chair, or hold on to the side of your chair or the back of your chair if it's stable enough. This one, I don't think I would do that. I'm going to hold on to the seat of the chair. We've got our left foot pressed into the floor. Right leg, we're going to lift this up into a supported warrior 3. So holding this leg up, that left leg gets to be nice and straight and strong here. Right leg is lifted, and you might feel like your hips are twisting open. Try and work against that. Try and think about twisting that close, and you may need to move your toe and your foot inward. That can help, like twisting that in a little bit to help with that hip, and you might feel that in your opposite leg. Woo-wee. Yes, that's a good stretch. Let's release this leg down and meet the other leg, and then if it's available, taking yourself to your elbows, relax this here. And if you need to bend those knees, you can do that too. But just a nice relaxed forward fold, supported forward fold. Oh yeah, that feels good right there. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and roll this up one vertebrae at a time. Roll our shoulders back. Let's take it to the other side. So hip flexor on this other side. Let's take our left shoulder to the inside of our left knee and stretch on the side. Right heel pressed into the floor. Oh man, goodness. Good stretch through that. So with some of these stretches, I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm going to fall apart or have really bad posture. Especially with that first one. When we get to our second time that we do this, it feels a little better. But listening to that body, knowing that we put our bodies through a lot, especially with stressful environments, stressful situations, if there's things going on in your life, it affects your body too. It affects your joints, muscles, tendons, all of that. Let's go ahead and bring this up and then hinge this back, stretching hamstring on that other side. And you can, again, have your hands supported on your thighs. Just, we don't want it on the knee joint. You could even have it on that opposite thigh too, but just not on the knee. So no joint pressure. We don't want to put any pressure on joints. Good. All right, let's bring this up and let's do that one more time. So hinge this forward, shoulder goes to the inside. Stretch through that. And then let's go and take that back, stretch that hamstring again. Very good. Woo. And then let's go ahead and bring that up. Walk our right foot in close to the seat of the chair. Let's take our hands onto the seat of the chair and let's do that modified or supported warrior 3 on this side. So lifting that leg up, and same thing. If you feel like your hips are twisting open, it feels awkward, kind of twist that toe inward or twist your foot inward to help you close that off, to square your hips towards the seat of the chair or square your hips towards the ground. And standing leg work right here. That is a lot. That is good. Breathing it. You would think a lot of the work is in that lifted leg, but a lot of that work is in that standing leg right there. Wow. Calf and hamstring. Good. Release that leg to meet the other leg, and then elbows to the seat of the chair. Relax. So good. And breathe. Ooh, nice hard work. All right. Let's go ahead and move the chair. We're going to actually still use the chair because we've got our supported shoulder stand, but just move it a little bit away. We're going to take ourselves onto the floor. Grab whatever you need for your supported shoulder stand. So you'll need a block, maybe your blankets, and then whatever you need for final relaxation. Grab that as well. Your eye pillow. Have everything within reaching distance. So let's take our legs up onto the seat of the chair. If you need full support for those legs, then you are scooting your glutes up against your wall, and you're gonna let your legs be up against the wall the whole time and supported. So, and if you're like, hey, I've never tried that, try it sometime. Try and put those legs up against the wall, like throw on a TV show and scoot your glutes up against a wall and have your legs just up against the wall for that whole TV show. It's amazing. Cool. All right. So let's go ahead and take that block, place it underneath our sacrum. So underneath that low back, underneath where our belt would be at, behind us, or like, I don't know, where that Levi patch is. If you ever wore Levi's or any jean patch, you know, where they've got the little patch back here, that's where you want that block to be kind of sitting. And that's your sacrum. That's the top crest of your hip bones, your pelvic area, your pelvic joints. So we've got that block right underneath there. If your block is sharp, always feel free to use a blanket, like cover your block with a blanket to make it more comfortable. Let's have our palms facing up, and let's go ahead and take those legs up. Maybe you already have your legs up because I was chatting away. We've got those legs nice and lifted, and you can find stillness here, or you could be pointing, flexing, or you could be rotating ankles, or you could be working on outer thigh, inner thigh flexibility and letting gravity do some work here by just holding it out like this. Oh, I remember having to do this in cheerleading. Like, they're like, yeah, just push yourself up against the wall. Take your legs out wide. This is how your splits get better. Goodness. I just imagine my parents coming home like, what are you doing? Oh, your splits are better. Okay. The things that we do. We've got those legs in the air. Who knew back then? Oh, so good. We were doing inversion poses. We had our circulation going really well. We had our legs above our heart. See, it was a simple little thing. It was weird, but good. Got that lifted. Nice. Go ahead and release one leg, release the other leg. Let's take our right ankle to our left thigh. Go ahead and press that inner right thigh away. And as always, I don't feel we ever do the inversion for long enough. So when you're done with the practice today, if you're like, that felt really good, do it for more, do it longer, or do legs up against the wall. Take advantage, if you have extra time, of getting that circulation going in the different direction of that inversion. It's super helpful. It's already calming for my brain. I've had a little tension today. So it's so interesting how that is very helpful for me. And it's something that I should probably do later on today. So if you're ever like, yeah, that felt really good in any of our poses, then maybe it might be something that you need to do a little bit later on or the next day, just to be helpful. So listen to your body, and listen to its cues of like, hey, you felt really good when you did that one pose. Maybe do it every day for a week and see how you feel. Might be very helpful. Good, go ahead and release that leg. Let's release the block out from underneath the sacrum. Let's go ahead and push that chair away and let's move into our final relaxation because you fully deserve it. Grab what you need for that. If you've got your eye pillow, grab that. Regular pillow, blanket. Let's lengthen out through our arms, lengthen out through our legs. You can put that eye pillow over your eyes and enjoy that heaviness, that darkness. I love that heaviness feeling on the face. And most of the time, those eye pillows are just naturally cooler than your face, than your body temperature. So that feels good too. Lengthen through that. Lengthen through those arms. Lengthen through those legs. Adding an inch or two to your height here. Really, really reach through that. You can rotate wrists or rotate ankles or point and flex fingers or point and flex toes. Let's take a big deep inhale here. And with that exhale, allow ourselves to sink, to settle. Let those feet fall open. Let those arms be open. Relaxing everything, quieting that body, slowing everything down, quieting that breath, slowing that breath down. Maybe you had some extra tightness or soreness today. As your breath gets deeper, maybe think about inhaling into that spot that's tight or tense or sore. And then do that really deep exhale and smooth that out. So that deep breath inhale warms that up. And that deep exhale smooths that out. So think about using your breath as a tool for that extra tension or soreness or tightness. Still relaxing. Let's go ahead and bend those knees. And maybe you want to flatten that back. So maybe you want to tuck that tailbone under so that that back flattens. Naturally, when I do that, my neck kind of goes back too. And that feels really good to have my chin lifted high. So I'm just kind of going with what my body naturally wants to do here. And that feels good on the jaw as well. Taking the pressure off of that. Yeah. And let's go ahead and drop both of our knees over to your most comfortable side. Take yourself onto your side, and we've got a few breaths here in this very primal fetal position. And slowly, let's begin to bring ourselves up, press ourselves up into a seated pose that feels supportive and strong for you. Maybe it's back in that simple cross leg. Maybe it's back on your chair. Maybe it's on a block like me. I love the end of this. I'm always looking forward to that front stretch for the front of my ankles. So good. And those shins. Wow. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Good. Bring our hands together. And then let's exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to our chest. Lift that head center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Big, deep inhale. And cleansing exhale. And one more big, deep inhale. And cleansing exhale. And thank you for practicing with me today. Have a blessed